But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
And this video is speaking out of the flesh, but this is for the Israelites out here teaching the word and all that. Dog, how do you look saying that, oh, we're gonna wait for something to come out of the earth, out of the stars, out of the heavens, when they are literally gathering their tanks, their military, everything, dog, and you look into the stars. You haven't armed your damn self. Like, how dumb do you look, son? Honestly, dog, you really think these angels is about to give us some kind of superpowers to start doing kamehamehas and some fucking spirit bomb shit? Dog, no, this is warfare. You think we had some spiritual being when we took the promised land in Moses' time and Joshua's time? No, dog, we had spears, we had bow and arrows, we had all these different types of things, dog. Wake up out of that stuff, man. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakradash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect that's out on the highways and byways teaching and preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. The title of this lesson is going to be, Let the Unfaithful Be Unfaithful Still, you know. And I'm going to be going into this, Israelite, this unfaithful Israelite, that you seen in that video clip at the beginning of the lesson, just babbling at the mouth, being carnal, saying, what do we look like, looking up, waiting for chariots or angels to come save us or give us powers. We look like faithful men, because the scriptures tell us to wait with patience and have faith in these things that were written, before the foundation of the earth. It's written within the scriptures, multiple different precepts, going into us getting spiritual power, in the time of trouble. And there's accounts from the past times, the ancient times of, our forefathers having spiritual power as well when they needed it. Yahweh Shai specifically, who said we would do all the things that he did and greater works, he had spiritual power, healing the blind, raising the dead, walking on water. And he said all of the things that he did, we will do, and we will do greater, So does that not include the spiritual power, being able to perform miracles? Is that not included? This is John chapter 14, verse 12, and it reads, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. This is so-called Jesus Christ speaking. This is Yahweh Shai. It says in verse 11, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Right, for the works that he was performing, the miracles that he was performing, And these accounts are written within the scriptures, but you still have Israelites today that still don't believe, even though these spiritual these spiritual works, these miracles are written within the scriptures, So let me grab Matthew right quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 22. I'm just about to go into a couple of the miracles that Yahweh Shai performed, because Yahweh Shai said we would do the works that he did and greater, Now this is Matthew chapter 14, verse 22, and it reads, "And straightway Yahushua constrained his disciples to get into a ship, and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away." In verse 23 it reads, "And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone." Verse 24, "But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary." Verse 25, in the fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a spirit," and they cried out for fear. Right, so they didn't even, know that was Yahushua at first, They thought it was, demon, They was in fear, But it was Yahushua performing a miracle, So it says, "And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, 'It is a spirit,' and they cried out for fear." And in verse 27 it reads, "But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid." Right. So Yahushua was literally walking on water, And it says, in 28, "And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua." So Peter was walking on water as well, And it says in verse 30, But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink." Right. So he's seeing the waves, he's seeing what was going on around him, how, scary it looked, and he got intimidated, he began to doubt, he began to lose faith, therefore he began to sink. Right. So that Israelite at the beginning of this lesson, in that video clip, he is going to sink lest he repent in Jacob's trouble. He is not going to be able to perform any miracles. He is not going to be endowed with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua because he's unfaithful. He doesn't believe, and without belief and faith, you can't perform these miracles. So only the elect will be able to perform these miracles because only the elect are truly going to have faith in these, abilities, But that was the point right there in that. I'm going to grab I'm at John 9. This is the book of John chapter 9 verse 1, and it reads, And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahushua answered, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. So he was born blind so that, Yahushua could, heal him, so that the works of the Father could be performed. It wasn't because somebody in his family, his parents, or because he sinned. It was just so that the Lord could be glorified from this, miracle. But it reads in verse 4, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Verse 5, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. Verse 7, and said unto him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sent. He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing. Right. In verse 8 it says, the neighbors therefore and they which before had seen him that was blind said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. But he said, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, how were thine eyes open? He answered and said, a man that is called Yahushai made clay and anointed mine eyes, and said unto me, go to the pool of Siloam and wash. And I went and washed, and I received sight. And it says, then said they unto him, where is he? He said, I know not. Right, so Yahushai literally brought back this man's eyesight, That's a miracle, He was born blind, and all Yahushua had to do was, spit on the ground, grab the clay, put it over his eyes, and tell him to go, wash his face off, That's a miracle, Because he had that faith, Yahushua had faith that he could do these things, He believed fully in the power of the Father, Therefore, he was able to work these works. And that's going to be the same thing with the elect in Jacob's trouble, When it's time, the Lord is going to build up the elect's faith, high enough to where they will be able to perform spiritual works. Those who were, chosen to, be able to perform these works, before the foundation of the earth. But let me grab Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, this is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy, which is Esau Edom, shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him. Right, our enemy is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the ruler of America. When he come in with these, troops, kicking down doors, snatching people up, taking people into concentration camps, taking people's heads off and just putting people to death, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is going to lift up a standard, against them. And that standard is going to be lifted up for the elect, And I'm going to grab the word standard right fast. Because what does this mean, lift up a standard? The Lord shall lift up a standard. It says to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. Right, so some brothers will literally, be in a situation where they back is against the, back against the wall, no escape, and the Lord causes them to disappear, or to be able to fly away, It says to fly, to the attack on horseback, to drive at, right, so we will be given that power to fight back, It's not just go be the elect just getting steamrolled, Esau Edom being able to just do whatever he want with the elect. No. A standard is going to be lifted up, We will be defended by our power, But that was the point right there. Because that is going to be, that standard is going to come with spiritual power, But Isaiah 40 and 31. That is Isaiah 40 and 31. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 31. And it reads, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall renew their strength. Waiting on the Lord, that's having faith, having patience, patiently waiting on these prophecies to come to pass. Those that wait upon the Lord, which are those that have faith, they are going to renew their strength. Re means, like to, repeat, like, once again, and new means, fresh, refreshed. So we are going to be refreshed, we are going to be brought back to that ancient, status, when it comes to how we are when it comes to our like our strength, our vigor, and our spirit, we're going to be put back in that on that ancient level, and that's how we are going to be able to perform these miracles. We're going to be renewed, brought back to being, new, being young, but it says, Salakia, verse 31, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. That's literally talking about being able to fly, We are going to be able to fly, Brothers are going to be given the spiritual power to be able to fly and soar through the air, It says, they shall run and not be weary. Right. Running and not being weary, that's spiritual power. You can't run and not get tired, It says to toil. This is the meaning of weary. To toil, labor, grow weary, be weary. Let me look this up on Google. Feeling or showing tiredness, especially as a result of excessive exertion or lack of sleep. Tired of. Right. So that's the point right there. The elect are going to be able to run and not get tired. Is that not spiritual power? It says they shall walk and not faint. So, those men, that are given that spiritual power, they won't even be able to faint, Nothing is going to be able to, stop a man that is operating within the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Especially once that man is put back on, the ancient level, where he's able to, literally run and not get tired, able to fly, Esau not going to be able to do nothing with a man of the Lord, He already can't do nothing with the elect, He getting cut up all day, every day, just by the word coming out, But this is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11. It reads, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Right, so the point of this is at the top. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. Right, so, that Jake, that Israelite at the beginning of this lesson, in that clip, he's unjust, because he's speaking, foolishness, blasphemy, he's being carnal, and leading people astray, causing people to doubt the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, so we make lessons, to edify the sheep, edify the flock, but we not go argue with people like that, we not go back and forth with people like that. We just gonna allow them to stay within their lot. And if it be of, the Father's will for them to repent and come back and be, forgiven, then that's just what's gonna happen. But, we're gonna let them stay where they at. If you don't believe, we not gonna force the truth down your throat, But, that was the point of this lesson, The elect will be given spiritual power, Not every single member, but, those that were chosen to get that power before the foundation of the earth will be given that power. And they will, lift up a standard using that power. The standard will be lifted using that power, using divine intervention, spiritual works, But that was all, that was the point of the lesson. I just wanted to bring that out and stop that doubt, because spiritual power is coming, Akim. But until next time.